Hi, my name is Mickey Hughes. Welcome back. This is Over the Edge. It's a podcast about anxiety where I speak with comedians and entertainers in the industry since our stage has been taken away. And I understand that it's coming back, which is very exciting. Some of us are doing some outdoor shows. A lot of us have moved online, and Janelle Niles is of no exception. She is an outstanding comedian, has participated in some of the Zoom comedy, and she is the host of a new podcast called Got Land. So here is Janelle.
Hello, New York. No, I'm just kidding.
It's I told her that this was much bigger than it was. She, somebody from New York might accidentally, you know what? Fuck it, I'm tagging in New York now. This is Thunder Bay. You're in Ottawa, right?
Yes, I'm in Ottawa.
Okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just sweating like a whore in church. Wait, can I
I
swear on
know.
this?
Me too. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I
Oh,
just
fuck
like I have
me. Yes.
nobody's expecting any fucking classits from me. This isn't a real podcast. It's not. It's not. It's
Oh,
not
and
like that.
Gotland is a touring comedy show, not a podcast.
Oh, see, I don't do research. That's why
No worries.
that's why I'm not very popular. So this is why
Girl.
people won't do my show. Um, so it's very so sorry. It's touring, but you had just started it, so you're touring it outdoors.
So currently, we're only touring it from going to colleges, universities, and bars, and we've done Yuck Yucks, the government, and the powwow summer solstice.
Wonderful. So, what is your general content? Who is your audience?
So for Got Land specifically, it's for our people and anybody who wants to join us within solidarity through humor. So everybody can come in and sit and watch Indigenous humor. However, we are directing it to our people so we can all laugh together.
Wonderful. Yeah, we need the unity right now.
For
Like
sure.
we need it a lot. What is your personal experience between pre-pandemic and now for your personal comedy?
So before COVID started, I was taken off. I had plans, and COVID happened, and my whole life stopped. Like I had to stop. This is the first time I'm going to admit it. I dropped out of college.
Does your mom know?
Oh, oh, we're not on speaking terms, honey.
Okay.
I'm a 34-year-old woman. I can
Then I
make
won't
my own
tell her.
decisions.
Okay.
But yeah, and I was going to take off, and I was going to go to the States and do some Gotland shows down there, and I was going to get some grants, and I was going to take off. And then when COVID hit, just life stopped. I dropped out of college. I started working for the hospital, the man. And
I'm so sorry. I became a sellout, started
I was a
paying tax.
professional bootlicker for about 7 years. 7
Oh,
years.
so
Yeah,
what do you do at the hospital?
I was a security guard.
Okay.
Yep, I was mostly contracted out. Like I wasn't in-house security; those are their own monster. We were like the little brother who did all their footwork and stuff while they watched Super Troopers.
So you were
On
like the
repeat.
children's ward. Hey, you and the crutches, stop. Yeah, sounds like a real
I
trying
learned
job.
what a code white was really quickly, and it's not the
Okay.
KKK walking in.
I don't know what's more terrifying. What's an actual code white?
When a patient is becoming unruly and they're a danger to themselves and others.
We should have that in my house. We're wondering what to call it. It's a code white, apparently.
Oh, I
That's
forgot to mention, my cousin made sure that I would have some fresh spring water for this show. This is fresh spring water with fresh spring water, ice cubes, and I'm going to drink it for you. Thank you,
Which
cousin.
which reserve are you specifically on right now?
Right
That
now,
was
I'm
about
on.
dirty drinking water, not alcoholism, by the
Yes.
way. That was it was still a shit joke no matter how you look at it, but
I love that joke. It works sometimes.
okay.
It's a fire water now.
It's a fire water.
Yeah, I'm actually from Sipiganagady, Nova Scotia. It used to be called Shubenacadie, which is easier to say, but they
I
wanted to make it harder. No, I'm just joking. They
I was
wanted to
gonna
be,
say either way. Like
they
what
wanted it to be more encompassing to the surrounding nations because Shubenacadie was like the river in a small town. So they took the name that's more encompassing of the region, and I like I dig it.
and made it Shabanaka Shabada
Shapawakanakada.
Shagabada.
Sipaganakade.
Much easier. Thank you. I'm glad that they did that.
Yeah,
That was a
I
really good
know.
idea. I
It's
won't
just like it's
kind
to
of make
test people. But you know what they do in the government? They actually were like, okay, you need to learn this word.
so they name a city after it to see what we do with it.
Oh yeah. At Algonquin College, they changed their a center in the school to something so long, and we're like, not even I was like, okay, all right.
I know.
All right.
Did you know that there's 17 different ways to spell Micmac?
Or yeah,
Like
Mi'kmaq, Binu.
I was like, I don't even know how to do this. You know what? I'm just gonna. This is Janelle Niles from Ottawa.
Yeah, Janelle Niles. My last name's real English, just so we could hide away from the slave traders.
There you go.
Everybody
and
asks me, sorry to interrupt you. Everybody asks me what type of black I am, and I just say slave, slave.
see, and I won't even participate. We have so there's a couple of comedy groups here in Thunder Bay, and there's ones who've got like Ron Knudski and stuff. And I can't joke. Like they joke, like they get on stage and all of their jokes are Indigenous jokes,
Oh, really?
right?
You need to send that.
Oh, where'd you go? Ah, and that was it. And I think she just quit. Maybe she'll come back, and she did. I was like,
Sorry
they
about
weren't.
that.
I was like, they weren't that bad at jokes. I hadn't even started them yet. Like,
So, Ron,
you're like, this is bullshit. Bye.
are we still good?
Yes.
You have to give me that guy's name. I want to see some of his stuff.
Okay, you know what? And I'll send them to you. And
Please.
the thing is, I would go to so if say Superior Comedy had a like they were doing I don't know, some kind of a corporate event. And I mean, I would joke, I'd be like, I would get called because it was like a bowling league or something. I'd be like, oh, they need a token white girl. And these joke like, and he's so funny. And Patrick Chichu and Todd Geno. I mean, these are really, really good comedians. And I would just laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. And I would, could never say anything. It was about 4 years ago. We all went for dinner after, and we were meeting for the show the next day. And this is where I learned my place. And I said, they said, okay, so we'll all meet there about 8 o'clock. And I said, I don't even know if I can air this. You tell me if it's okay or if I'll get canceled. And I said, 8 o'clock, or 8 o'clock, you people time. And and they laughed. And
Yeah, it's
then
better
Patrick
than.
says to me, he goes, don't you ever do that again. Because I was like, well, I haven't said anything in an hour and a half. You guys are so funny. And
Yeah,
I
you
didn't.
didn't say Indian time, did you? Because that's the
No,
one.
I didn't. I
Okay.
said, I said you
You
people
people
time, which
time.
might have even been worse. Like I said, 8 o'clock, or 8 o'clock miscellaneous time. Like I don't know where we would put that on a form government statistic. Anyway, so I found it very, very difficult. These guys are funny. If you don't know who they are, I will send you
Pat,
some of their stuff.
Patrick Chichu's actually a headliner on my Gotland show. He moved to Ottawa.
Oh, of course he is. He is very, very funny, and I enjoy his humor very
Mm.
much. So
I keep messing with my hair because it's going to be a severe thunderstorm and my hair's just all like frizz.
yeah, you know what? Mine looks like shit regardless. Like I don't even care anymore. I was like, I cut it and I was like, there, it'll look better. And then I'm like, yeah, no, I should have just kept it
Yeah.
long, whatever. Whatever. I don't care. I'm like, I'm in quarantine. I'll cut my hair. And they're like, everything's opening up now. Fuck. That's all I
I
had going
really
for
like
me.
short hair, but like I have this huge forehead and my hair's thinning, so short hair does not work anymore on me.
It just depends on where you part it. That's what I there. Just don't get bangs. I would.
Someone tried to get me to get bangs, and I'm all like, no, I haven't had bangs since I was a child. Here, I'll show you one sec.
Yeah. Yeah, no, no. Oh my God, our school pictures look exactly the same. We probably even had the same sweater.
Oh yeah,
The look on her face was like, look, I got bangs.
I'm a child.
Look how many,
Hey.
look how many bangs I have. There's so many of them.
It was the look of the 90s.
Did you did you feel that when we went into that first lockdown, did you think this was a temporary thing, that you were just like, you're just preparing to like get back on the stage, or were you like, this is it, we're down and out for a while? Like, did you get it right away, or did you do the slow decline?
So at first I was like, shit. 2 weeks. Damn it. two
Yeah.
weeks.
I remember that when we thought 2 weeks was a really long time, we're like, fine, 2 weeks.
In retrospect, I think they cheated me out of my apocalypse.
Mm,
I'm like, well, how am I supposed to get my lawnmower back from my neighbors now? Like I could have went
yeah.
over and bashed his skull in, and no one had cared.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
where's my
Yeah.
apocalypse?
She has aggression. she had she had her own apocalypse.
I wish. But I think that's like them saying it's the end of the world, and then I was like, wow, those doomsday preppers had something. They had it. They had a little bit of something. Like,
Mhm.
and every single comedian that we know, not every single, sorry, blanket statement.
Not all
Well, not
comedians,
not all
Janelle.
comedians, not
Not
all
all
comedians.
comedians.
Just some really superb ones. They all seek.
Ugh.
They said this. Sorry, I was stalling.
That's
That,
okay.
oh, we need we need a virus to take over and kill half the population. Population control joke, right? The
Mhm.
virus, the population. We need a new plague. And I'm like, is this it? Is this it? and
People
then,
that were
and then
rooting for it. This isn't a hurricane in Florida, Janelle. This is a global pandemic. This isn't a hurricane with your name on it. You're kind of rooting for the
yeah.
destruction. Like,
And then I'm kind of a hypocrite because when First Nation people got the vaccines first, I'm like, bravo,
you're like, yeah, guys.
bravo.
Yeah. So are you pro-vaccine?
Yes, I'm vaccinated.
Okay.
I actually got a button.
I believe you. I I don't know, that looks like a bootleg button. I'm not saying
It definitely is. It's from Amazon.
Look,
And I bet you can buy them at Dollarama.
then I have one too. The little star with a cross on it. I just made that right now. The first that you can buy one for 50 cents
Make
if you
me
go to
spit out my drink.
incidencecomedy.com. I got my second vaccine. Did you die for your second vaccine? I got my first vaccine. I was like,
Yes.
this is it. The second one, I didn't know which way was up. Everything hurt. I felt like I was beat up. I was 2 days. I was sick. Two
hmm
days. How'd you feel?
I got hit like a ton of bricks. So the first one, nothing. Second one, thankfully, I have some anatomy and physiology and pathophysiology background because of college.
I
There's
I,
no,
I
there's a
understood
whole.
college.
You see that there? That's some proof.
Okay.
I knew what was happening to me while it was happening
Yeah.
because we just took infectious diseases before COVID happened, and I had swollen lymph nodes under my arm. I was going through the chills, the fever. I had a lingering cough. Oh, sorry. That's when I thought I had COVID. Sorry, I'm mixing two stories together. So when I got my second vaccination, I had swollen lymph nodes. I felt really weak. All my joints hurt, and I didn't I wasn't experiencing cold symptoms. I was more experiencing um like my body. Yeah, it felt like I got beat up and stung by a
It
thousand
was
ticks.
it a flu? Like, I was sore in muscles that I didn't know that I had. I was like, "How is
Yeah,
that sore?" I've never even worked that out before. Like, I didn't know that I had, like, it was, like, under my ribs. It was everywhere. It was my bicep,
yeah,
and I don't lift shit. My biceps hurt. Like, I don't like, everything, and joints too.
yeah.
Do you have arthritis? I have arthritis, like, in my shoulders and my hips, and it was like, "Yeah, there it is again."
I have weatheritis. When the
Whether
weather changes, it hurts.
I love it. I
Yeah.
can't remember how old I was, but I was like, it's gonna rain. I can feel it in my knees.
Yes, it wasn't the eagle on the wind. It was my
It was
knees.
yeah.
It was my knees.
Fuck you, Environment Canada. I got elbows to tell me what's happening. Fuck
Yes.
you.
I can't wait to actually meet you in person one day.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be fun. I'll be like, oh man, I'm gonna tell you that. I'll tell you something that I haven't told many people. Like, I'm getting the fuck out of Thunder Bay. Like,
Run.
I came back here to get sober, and like there's nothing holding me here, and it's actually Ottawa where I'm thinking about going. Just that's where my family is. There's a little bit more of an opportunity. And it turns out, I mean, and it's just coincidence. I'm actually interviewing a pile of people from Ottawa. I like the scene. There's nothing to do here. I mean, I could.
Yeah. Just don't follow in the clicky drama and you'll be fine and join my group.
Okay. And don't talk to these 4 people and unfriend these 8 and you'll be fine.
I
Yeah,
like people to learn by experience, so I just won't
that's
say
right.
nothing.
Oh, and that's how I play too. Why don't you defend yourself? Because they'll learn.
That's it. Like actually today, I was deleting people who are not my friends because when you're starting out, you just add every single comedian, and then I'm
Yeah.
just
You
like,
got a microphone? Like, you got a
sorry,
microphone? Accept.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just felt like they weren't. Uh, we fight more than we talk. Yeah,
I went through a purge, and my criteria was, does this person want to see me succeed or would they relish in my failure?
exactly.
And I got rid of like 20 people because I thought these aren't people I interact with. These aren't people that I enjoy. They're not people who enjoy me.
Yeah.
So why would I carry that with me? And I just decided, I'm just gonna I want everybody to like me and I want to be friends with everybody and I want to, it's just not gonna fucking work like that. I'm a woman in comedy with an alpha personality. I'm just gonna piss people off. I irritate people's demons, and if I irritate your demons, see ya. There's enough people that like me, I will fly.
Oh, exactly. And they're so they're comedians. That's basically it.
Yeah.
They're all fucking comedians. I'm a comedian.
And
I get it.
the
Like
less yeah.
I'm part narcissist. I get it.
We all are as comedians.
Hmm.
And the more separation I got from the idea that it was a comedy as a community, because you show me any community almost in any city and I'm going to show you somebody who opposes them. Like,
Hmm.
we have 2 improv teams, for crying out loud. Like, we can't like there's a team and then there's another team and there's another, like there's just seems to be 2 or 3 of every different group. So I really thought, oh, I hear about all the drama and the problems with comedy communities in other cities. That's just the way they are. It's
Yeah.
just the way they are. And then I just want to gravitate to those who want to lift each other up.
I run actually 3 different shows. So my first show, well, not my first, well, like okay, my first indie show would be sorry.
You
I'm
are
so
doing
bad.
very well. No, I'm just joking.
All right.
I was
So
having fun with that. We should just talk like that for the rest of the show and make
yeah.
anybody watching feel like they're really fucked up. What are you doing? Be like,
But we'll cross the line, of course.
yes.
So my first show was comedy at Eddie's Diner on Bank Street, 777 Bank Street.
I know that.
It's a bi-weekly Wednesday show, and hopefully by the end of the month we'll spring back up. And this indie show is no holds barred. It's an amateur comedy show, but we have like semi to professional and veteran comedians hosting and headlining. And as a new comic, you can go there, you can talk to the other comics, even the professionals, and learn tips. But that room is really a big workout room where you're allowed to step over that line and walk your way back, as comedy, I find, should be how you some people find that in indie rooms you should know what you're going to say, you can't be offensive, da, 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 da. So like, but how do I know this punchline has punch? Well, you have to stop punching down then, Janelle. I'm like, I don't even know I'm punching down. You invented that word.
Yeah.
I thought I was doing comedy.
Yes.
So you can really like have a voice at Comedy at Eddie's. And Gotland, of course, my full Indigenous comedy show. We have to be a lot more cleaner now that we're doing fucking corporate, but
Ah, bullshit.
corporate's corporate.
That's kind of where the money is, though. You want to be
Yeah.
doing. Yeah.
Cha-ching. Sell your
Cha-ching.
soul. And
Okay.
then we have Stringing You Along is my musical comedy show. I don't do musical comedy myself. However, I'm a big fan. So I made all the musical comedians come together and have their own show where it's musical comedy songs throughout the night, and people love it. And yeah.
That's awesome. Did you find that you were okay? So I didn't have aspirations of being a comedy show producer, but I found that the opportunities were a little bit more limited where I am. Did you just see that there were niches and markets that you wanted to see more comedy in, and that's why you started to do producing?
Well, Nikki, that's a great question.
Thank you. I made it up right now. I didn't like it's not written down like on a little star. Fucking
Yeah.
nothing.
I like control. I like
Okay.
bossing people around. No, I'm just I
I like being in the back and just
mhm.
watching it all unfold. I like watching a room fill up, thinking I did
Yes.
that.
I have visions, visions. I'm seeing no. I,
Yeah.
I in my head I'm like,
Is this an
okay,
Aboriginal thing? Because I wasn't prepared. Can I
yes.
ask about this? Okay.
I saw it on the wind.
Yeah.
All the colors of the
You could
leaves.
say whatever the fuck
Yes.
you want, and I would just be like, "Okay, no, I was told
Yes, I smudged it.
I s"
And if you don't like it, you can go smudge it yourself. Ah,
and if you don't like it, you're racist.
yeah. Well, steal my land and call me Rebecca. We're having a
Yeah.
great time. See, I can be funny. She's proof. I'm
I'm
making a
keeping
pure
all of
self.
this. Like, all of this. I'm going to edit out everything that I said. Just you.
Yeah. They're
Just
like,
kidding.
Janelle, why do you want people to pee themselves? I'm like, I like the smell.
I know. So you like to be in control, so you started throwing together, shows so that you could boss people around. Okay,
Mhm.
so
I'm
let's see.
actually a hostess with the mostest. I really enjoy producing shows. I like creating, and I
Mhm.
found my niche. I found my niche where it's like I'm also meticulous and neurotic, so I'm like, okay, you need to do this, 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 this. Boom, done. Well, like, and I'm also really independent, so I bought my own equipment. I bought my own like. I don't rent anything. Fuck that.
I got this. I've got my spotlight in the garage. It's
So good.
like, I'm not paying $80 for a spotlight. I'll just go buy
Mhm.
my own.
Like I'm
Yeah,
my own roadie. I just did a Yuck Yuck show for Gotland. Hopefully, we can go to Toronto soon.
I
Let's
saw.
manifest that.
Manifest it, put it out
Yes.
into the universe.
Exactly. And I got praised by the owner, and he wasn't even there. He was just getting mass texts by the staff of how well I was doing. And I'm like, yes.
Well, because the concept of, I mean, 'cause I'm not as clueless coming into this as I seem. I'm just really good at looking clueless. The whole concept behind Got Land is actually pretty phenomenal, and you'll get it picked up just based on that.
Oh,
So
yes. It's a simple line. It's expressing solidarity with humor.
that's right. So it's something, and it's very collective, and anybody's going to jump on something that looks inclusive right now. So you really picked up on that at a really good time because we do need
Yes,
inclusivity.
it was created when white guilt was in 2019.
That's good.
Yep,
When it was very popular,
yeah, it's
so
very
that was
popular.
good.
You
Yeah.
can wear it on a t-shirt.
That's awesome. Oh, you could
Yes.
wear it on your big orange T-shirt. That's good. It's is the font in bright orange? Because I feel like that
No,
would
just
help
my
right
face.
now.
I'm like so orange.
Oh.
My tint. My tint. Oh man.
Oh, and it's just so hot right now. Holy crap, oh, did we go over in like the 23 minutes? I'm gonna ask you some fire questions right now, and I'm not gonna give
Okay.
you enough time to answer them, but I'm gonna edit it later to make you look like an asshole. Okay, are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. When was the last time you felt murdery?
This morning,
When was the last time you cried?
2 days ago,
Why?
I lost a friend because I was a bad friend.
What's an okay lie to tell a child?
I love you. No, I'm just.
You don't have kids, right? Because the best
I
fucking
don't
answer
want.
to
I
being a
wouldn't
kid.
want him, so I'd
I
be
don't.
lying.
People are like, "Oh, do you have kids?" I'm like, "Not anymore." End of conversation. You can use that. Okay. uh, uh, should there be guns?
Yes, for the aliens.
Would the world be a better place if guns weren't invented?
Yes.
Okay. And have you ever gone over the edge?
Yes, in every aspect.
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being over the edge, how have you felt in the last couple of months in relation to comedy and the pandemic?
I wish comedy would live on and COVID to die.
I think that's actually where we're going right now, and I'm
Mhm.
really yeah, I you know what? Thank you so, so, so much for being here. This is absolutely hilarious.
I
You're
hope so.
amazing. I can't wait to come to Ottawa. It will be, excuse me, like the first city that I do come and visit because that is where my family is. So, I will definitely look you up. I'll come hook up with your little group there,
Nice.
and,
I also want to destroy all the magic comedians have. It's a lie. Everything that we do is practiced.
yes.
I learned all my quick wit from Stephen Hofstadter. No.
The moment I learned that Janine Garofalo actually brought notes up onto the stage right up until the very end, I was like, you know what? I don't care. Sure, I won't wear shorts, but there's some rules. I'll just be like, yeah, you know what? I'd rather be funny or at least have a joke than stand here for 17 seconds with nothing.
Exactly. You
So,
can't squeeze your tits every 5 seconds. It doesn't work that way.
no, and I've tried that, and it's just not as funny as you think it would be.
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh, I hear you. They're like, oh, I get.
no,
All right, we get it.
and the older you get, the less fun it is. So, I mean, for
Well,
everybody else, for
unless you
me, it's a
talk
good time. Sorry.
unless you talk about scratching your hoo ha with a credit card, then it's amazing.
Oh, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna use that if
Oh
nobody
no, don't.
watches
It's
it.
Lunel's joke. I'm just.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know that's the problem about it. Like, "No, no, I stole that one."
I did. I totally did.
Okay, so I'm gonna post this in the next couple of days. Thank you
Cool.
very much for probably, like, the most hilarious, Over the Edge, that I have. And, yeah, are there any charities or anything that you wanted to plug, before we sign off here?
I can't think of any off the top of my head, unfortunately, but there is many
Good,
charities
good.
charities in Ottawa for helping Indigenous women. Um, I can't remember the name. I'm sorry. I'm having a
Send
brain
me a
fart.
couple links when we're done. I'm gonna
Sure.
post them when I post the video, and I'll do it again when I edit it out for the podcast, so
Sounds good.
awesome. Thanks so much. You have a good
Of
night.
course. Mwah.
Bye, and thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next Monday.